Yeah, let's get it, man. Hey, we're gonna talk about some reasons why they will not trade Anthony Davis nor THT, man. The Los Angeles Lakers have had a terrible season thus far, man, and it's due to a lot of reasons. And I believe the team is starting to face some irritations from the fans and the GMs around the whole entire organization, man. As a result, the Lakers have been rumored in so many trades, especially before the trade deadline, man. You know what I'm talking about? So you could be optimistic and hope that the team turn things around for the playoffs, but it's not probable because these guys need some external help. And we're going to look at some possibilities. Yes, sir. Shams of The Athletic said that on the Pat McCall show that the Lakers were, pretty active in the trade market right now. They're looking for guys like Jeremy Grant and Ben Simmons, and reports are looking like they're trying to make these things happen. And Rich Paul has his hands in a lot of this, so Shams was just name dropping, you know what I'm saying? That makes the things even more impactful though, Paul. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Rich is one of the guys who are kind of controlling things with players and Lakers. LeBron James, Anthony Davis. All right, you catch one true. Nonetheless. So the Los Angeles Lakers, rumors are all smoke, man. In my humble opinion, this is all a plot by Rich Paul to put some pressure on the Los Angeles Lakers to make something happen. We have seen this boy Paul and Clutch Sports make some moves happen before. You know what I'm saying? We seen what happened with Anthony Davis being traded to Los Angeles Lakers. That's just one example. So the Lakers can be active, and they're going to have to be active at the end of the day because this team needs to make an impactful trade. Just save the season. So could they make a smaller trade? Sure. Well, they do something on the top tier levels. Probably they'll be contenders. Who knows? Probably not. But let's break down 3 reasons why these rumors are floating around, man. So, hey, man, rumors around Anthony Davis, while I definitely understand why they are worried about the future, big man, because it makes sense right now. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers already traded so many assets to get this guy, but he's been struggling. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers have to lie in bed, and commit to the decisions that they made with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and look at it like it is, man. And they're going to have to hold the torch for this. And that is what it is. So LeBron James will eventually retire soon, and he's not playing at the elite level that he could, although he is killing. You know what I'm saying? Could Davis leave in free agency? Yeah, sure. Should the Lakers offer him a massive contract by the end of this? It's unclear depending on what happens now. You know what I'm talking about? So, while Davis very well could leave the Los Angeles Lakers once his contract expired, there's absolutely no chance that the team would trade him at any point during his contract. You know what I'm saying? So let's break down why. Because you got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The Los Angeles Lakers would never get the same type of return they want for Anthony Davis. The Los Angeles Lakers are not going to look for a young guy to trade AD for. And it makes sense for building the team like, the New Orleans Pelicans. But you're trying to win a title here every single year. So the Lakers are recently, going through an extreme dry spell, which was the worst in franchise history, you dig me? So we'll just, they're going to have to look at these things and these scenarios. So there's the zero chance that the team is ready to play reset on any young players at this point. So thus the Los Angeles Lakers will want a start in return for Anthony Davis. Duh. And that's how these trades work. You know what I'm saying? Duh. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So his injuries is a problem though. Some fans might be dreaming of AD and Dame Lillard. If they swap that out, Portland Trail Blazers have no interest in doing that though. It is in the best, interest for them to keep Dame and to find pieces around him, you know what I'm saying? And if you get blown out up, you know what I'm saying? Hey, a trade for AD, hey man, somebody's gonna be unhappy, man. So the closest thing they could get is a Kawhi Leonard, like a trade to the Raptors, something like that. So the Raptors took a risky trade by trading Kawhi on his injury status to an unknown, and then traded All-Star for him, DeMar DeRozan. While DeMar DeRozan is solid, he's not, on Kawhi's Leonard, you know what I'm saying? So his level. So there are some real issues right now, man. For borderline All-Star, probably not. So we're not going to see anything happens in that area. So let's not forget about Clutch Sports and their influence over the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, sir, Clutch Sports, which represents LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And man, they have a huge, extreme influence over these guys over the past couple years. Hell, man, the moment AD ditched his old agent and signed with Rich Paul, we already knew he was forced to trade out of New Orleans to play with LeBron James. Came out. Even if the Lakers did want to trade for Anthony Davis, hey, man, and found a deal that actually makes sense, which is unlikely, hey, they're not going to do that because they're just not going to do that. While some basketball fans are pointing to the Cleveland Cavaliers for LeBron James, signing or whatever, towards the end of his career, LeBron James is committed to the Lakers at this point, so it's hard to see him moving his family this late in his career, while they're, hey, nah, man, knock it off. So it is a very known fact that players in the NBA have power nowadays. And the only way the Lakers will be able to pull this trade off if AD demands it himself, which is not going to happen with LeBron James still in LA. And now we got THT, man. Hey, as far as THT, man, he's the only real asset that Los Angeles Lakers have right now. THT is young. hey, he's a pretty easy contract to move, you know what I'm saying? Which makes him pretty, he's tradable, you know what I'm saying? However, there are a few problems this year trading THT. First, initial reports are saying that the Los Angeles Lakers lack, young legs or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And THT is one of the very few young players on this team. So it would be a counterproductive to kind of trade, you know what I'm saying? Moreover, THT is not worth as much as LA fans want him to be on the market. I don't know that. Now, he ain't that dope, man. He ain't that good, you know what I'm saying? While the THT is definitely worth a lot for the Lakers, there's a short list of players that's actually worth trading for, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, they're stuck. So how's that possible? Well, the Lakers reportedly didn't trade for Kyle Lowry, and they wanted to keep THT, which they should have just shipped him out and one got a star, you know what I'm saying? Not only that, but the team essentially chose to trade THT over Alex Caruso in that season, man. Being the only player on the Lakers, THT has the value, to build around for a future squad. So a bad team, trading assets will be like a Detroit Pistons. They won't view THT in the same light. You know what I'm saying? They might have a few young players that are fighting for the millions right now, and THT might not fit in great with those guys. And they might just undervalue him compared to what the Los Angeles Lakers feel about him. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Jeremy Grant. He wouldn't be a great fit for the Lakers. The Pistons can and should, try to trade for a package, but THT, hey, he makes himself much more valuable just because Lakers like him.